When you take a look at the new 10.5-inch iPad Pro next to its 9.7-inch brother, or let's say distant cousin at this point, you can see that the only thing that's really changed on this device is the screen and the bezel. The top and bottom bezels kind of remain about the same measurements, probably a couple millimeters smaller on the brand new 10.5-inch edition, but the side bezels are where it really thins out, and because the overall dimensions expand a little bit, it allows for a screen that really, side by side, is insanely larger when you look at these two together. But there's so much more under the hood that's changed on this iPad that really makes this iPad feel so much better than the 9.7-inch iPad Pro, which was just unveiled about 6-7 months ago. Starting with the screen, it's the first thing that you notice absolutely insanely better from the 9.7-inch and even the 12.5-inch, because this screen is brighter. This screen has better True Tone. This screen has 120 Hz refresh rate, which means when you scroll up and down, when you see anything on this device, it is so much smoother and so much crisper to the eye that it is uncomparable to the previous model. Since the processor is better, overall, of course, it's going to be a faster device in almost every aspect. It's got the iPhone 7 Plus's camera, so you've got that optical image stabilization, even though it was probably unnecessary on a device like this. It does help when you're scanning documents into Notes and other programs, but overall, I mean, are you taking photos with your iPads? I'm not sure Apple even needed to release this device, quite honestly, because the iPad Pro 9.7 and the 12.5 were for quite phenomenal devices. But when you play with this device and you get your hands on, you're like, oh my God, this is absolutely years and miles ahead of what they had before. And it's hard to turn back and look. Although, if you don't touch it and you still have a 9.7-inch iPad Pro, is it worth spending the money to upgrade? Probably not at this point. This iPad really does hit a sweet spot. In your hands, it feels identical to the 9.7-inch. Unless they're side by side, you wouldn't know there was a difference. It's marginally bigger in terms of the overall dimensions, but weight-wise, it's the exact same weight. It's distributed evenly, but the small boost in overall real estate helps make that screen so much bigger, which means the keyboard is easier to touch type on. Every experience on this new iPad is faster, is smoother, and is way crisper to the eye. The 120 Hz refresh rate, absolutely mind-blowing difference. And here's the kicker. The new iPad Pro is going to get even better once iOS 11 is released this fall.